What do you call those?
Epcot.
Epcot. Heck yeah.
No, I have a GoPro.
So one day, my roommate Zack and we decided to visit Epcot, mainly because I haven't been to Epcot in a while. But before we went to Epcot, we went to the Transportation Center, only to go over to Disney's Polynesian Village Resort, mainly because I wanted to get myself a Dole Whip, and if I'm being honest too, I just think the Polynesian in general is a very beautiful place. Here's a few footage of, shots of the Polynesian, but what we ended up doing first was getting myself a Dole Whip. Yes, I brought a microphone with me, and we're going to be trying out my first Dole Whip since being down here. And that most certainly is a Dole Whip. So the Dole Whip obviously tasted great, and what we decided to do next was to make our way over to Epcot. Here you can see the monorail right over us as we wait for a bus, and what we eventually did was we got on that bus, we made our way over to Epcot, and there she is. The first ride we decided to do, and the first ride I decided to do since being here last, was Spaceship Earth, and here's a few shots of Spaceship Earth. So right after that ride, we decided to go straight over to World Showcase, mainly because the food there was just always terrific. The first place we ended up going to was Canada, specifically the refreshment port where we had to grab ourselves some poutine, and I grabbed myself their seasonal beer, which is a Canadian cider. So I've done the poutine before, but I'm going to try. I absolutely love the poutine in general, so. Tastes like poutine, like that. Here's the thing though. The seasonal beer, a little too cidery for my taste because it is a Canadian cider, but I can still tolerate that, so here's to Canadian cider. We had some princesses visit us while we were eating our meal, and then we made our way over to England, where I decided to get my personal favorite, which was the fish and chips and a side of Guinness. So this is my absolute favorite at the United Kingdom, so I'm gonna first have my Guinness. Creamy, obviously. A fry. What do you expect? The fish and chips. If I can actually break into this, I'm so eager to try this out. Ten out of 10. Next up was France, which has excellent desserts overall, but the one I really wanted to get was their strawberry crepe. So admittedly, I've been 2 drinks in. I'm a little drunk right now, which is fine because I'm getting old with age, but I'm going to try out a strawberry crepe. If I can break it open. Down the hatchet. I think they gave me a plain crepe, but it's still good nonetheless, and I'm not going to complain, so it is what it is. We made our way over to Morocco, which has some very beautiful architecture in general. Here you can see the Fez house and stuff, and then straight over to Japan, which I think it might be my favorite part of World Showcase in general. Here you can see some of the shots of the store they have there, which is just absolutely huge and insane. If you ever get the chance, definitely check it out. And I do recommend checking out their food section, which has some awesome sodas. And after we did that, we ended up getting myself some Japanese shaved ice. I'm gonna try some Japanese shaved ice. Some good Japanese shaved ice. So after having the shaved ice, Zack got himself some funnel cakes, and we made our way over to America, where we ended up getting ourselves some burgers. I had myself a Sam Adams, and Zack got to enjoy his funnel cake. Zack, what do you think of the funnel cake?
It's everything I hoped for. It's been so long, and I love it.
I'm gonna make this fast for Zack. The beer, Sam Adams. Tastes like beer. The fries. Fries. Respect the flag. This burger that we both got. Delicious. Let's go back to eating. Admittedly, this is the part of the trip where I started getting full and maybe just a little too over my head with the drinks. So we ended up just visiting Italy. We visited Germany, and we did make our way over to the Mexico ride, which is a very awesome ride if you haven't had the experience of getting on it. And then right after we did those rides, we visited the Imagination Pavilion back at a Future World of Epcot. And then we also went to the seas, where we got to see Nemo and Friends and check out the aquarium. Overall, I'd say the trip was pretty successful. I will be probably doing a part 2 where I try out some more foods from Germany, Italy, the countries I wasn't able to eat at, but if you haven't been to Epcot and you get the opportunity to, I definitely recommend it.